here's the question: who is everyone? Have you not looked at the pre-gens of the quick start?
I did not.
So the quick start rules. I'll just give you
Oh wait, no. You mean in the thing? The quick start's in here.
Yeah.
In the folder.
If the quick start rules are in there, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the quick start rules at the back, there are 4 presets.
I assume you mean sample. It's a sample. Because there's nothing in here that says that.
Hold on, man. Fragged Empire quick start rules. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, you have 2 fragged folders? Okay.
Okay.
And then added. If I think about it, me who added some of these. Either way, yeah, so at the back of the quick start rules, there are 4 sample characters. Take a look, see what you like.
Friends.
Oh, there we go, Justin. Now we can see all of you instead of just from the nose up.
Yeah. Well, I got it. And I was eating chips.
Alright, music is off.
Manja.
But I told you, my stupid chair lost all its air.
Been there.
Wait, is the gas cylinder blue on it?
Yeah, probably my fat ass.
It's I mean, depending on how old it is, it's probably just got a leak.
Yeah, it's one I stole from work, so.
Yeah, that's probably it then.
But it's nice. It's all like, it's got the, like the mesh, so it's breathable.
Oh, yeah. That's always
Very
nice. Don't get swamp ass.
Yeah. Or swamp back, swamp ass, all of it.
Swamp
All those
bite.
things.
All those things that can get swampy.
A pimp named Slickback.
Dude.
Well, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh, no Boondocks fans here?
Nah, I've never seen it.
Not really. I watched some of it, but
I've seen clips here and there, but that's about the extent of it.
I've seen more of it than I've seen Rick and Morty, so there's that.
You fucking bastard. Go watch more Rick and Morty.
You are filthy.
Pass. Actually, the funny part is I was like, I'm gonna go watch some of it, and then I realized that I'd actually pretty much seen all of season 1, just like not in order, and usually over at friends' houses, because they're like, you gotta watch this, and I'm like, all right. I was like, oh, seen that one. Oh, seen that one. And I was like, ah, fuck it, whatever. I've seen enough. I saw the episodes that matter.
Season 1 was good, but season 2 is really started.
Yeah,
to pick
season 2 is pretty fantastic. Season 3 has been really good so far, too.
up. Yeah, been really, really good.
Really fucked up, but really good.
Oh yeah. Well, he wasn't lying at the beginning when he said this is going to be our darkest season, darkest adventures yet.
Yeah.
So far, yeah. I am leaning towards Athena.
Okay. Sounds
I'll take
good.
Beta as a second, if somebody wants Athena more than me.
I want Adam, so The Kaltoran.
Cool. I was hoping to go with Smashy McSmasherface.
That would also be Athena, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God
Athena.
damn it.
No, that's fine.
Wait, sorry, no. That was. I thought that the Athena was beta because the way I was looking at the PDF. So I'll go with beta. Is fine.
Okay.
You've got an acid shotgun, so you know.
I mean, that is pretty sweet.
That is kind of neat.
Also, it helps to have someone be the medic.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Everyone should have access to their respective characters, I think.
Let me see. Adam plays.
Yep, I got it.
I'm moving your dudes.
Okay, I was like, where I had access. I don't know where it went,
Yeah.
but I had it.
Get your filthy fingers off her.
It's just unfortunately on the
Excuse me,
map.
what?
So this
Sir?
is.
I said no. Excuse me, Gauss assault rifle. What? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Or
There's some
you've
sweet
got
shit.
a roll 3d6 macro. In
I just
there.
got a ring in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
There is a
that's
roll
fine.
3d6 and add some numbers macro.
Okay.
All right. Because unfortunately, everybody actually starts here in the airlock. I assume Athena will be going first. But before that, we should start everything up, I guess.
The stream is already going, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Hello, people.
Yeah, when you said give it a couple minutes, I just started.
Whatever works then.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh,
Because there's all the inevitable loading and people coming in and everything like that. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So, has everyone familiarized themselves at least a little bit with the setting?
Yes.
Yeah.
a
Okay.
little.
So,
Setting I'm good
as-
on. The mechanics not so much.
yeah, no worries, man. It's not like it's Shadowrun. It's not.
I don't know why
as
everybody
bad
thinks
as-
Shadowrun is the worst. It's really Shadowrun is not that fucking bad.
Yeah, fair enough. Fine.
It's really
I love
not.
the setting. I love the setting.
Don't talk shit Shadowrun about me.
I won't. I love Shadowrun. I just
And I'll run Shadowrun. I just it's still it's a dense system.
It is crunchy, but it's not nearly as bad as people say it is. And I've been
No, I know.
I've been having a lot of people going, well, at least it doesn't look as bad as Shadowrun lately.
Okay, how about it's not like it's GURPS.
Yes,
How about that,
all right,
eh?
that's
Can everyone agree on that?
That's better.
I don't even.
It's
It's
not. It's not.
Or
Palladium.
or
No,
it's not
Palladium's
like
just fucking broken.
bro.
or it's not like it's an 800-page book like your Exalted. That you're.
What?
that you're
I
running.
mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
but
wanna think
but
about
it's a-
that.
but
That
it's
thing
a-
is
it's
fucking
just
enormous.
a D10 system, right? It's
It's
not
a
any
little
more
bigger
complicated
than. I
than
mean,
the other D10 system,
it's
is it?
both more
far
and
as I
less
can-
complicated than that. Trust me.
Yeah.
Um,
As far as I can tell, there's no real reason why it needs to be an 800-page book, but it is an 800-page book.
It's an 800. Actually, in
Dude,
this case, it
White
kind of
Wolf
does.
loves its fluff, though.
I know they do.
It kind of does in this case because it's
And I love its fluff too.
it's basically like if the player's handbook, monster manual, and DMG all got piled into one, because
Yeah.
everything is there at least for one particular type of exalted.
Of course. Anyways, so here we are in Fragged Empire, though. So just as a recap, we are 10,000 years past the age of humanity, into the age of basically the genetic descendants, the genetically created descendants of humanity. We are 100 years out from the war that essentially removed the link between humanity and what's currently there. And the civilizations have just started getting back out into space. One of the biggest things that they're doing at this point is finding what remnants they can of that precursor civilization, that link between humanity and them, called the Archons. And given that it was only about a century ago, just over a century ago, there's still a decent amount to find, but it's been somewhat of a struggle. We basically went back a few generations in terms of knowledge and ability when the Archon were wiped out. But that leaves room for folks like you, salvagers. Salvagers are always useful in a situation like this, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So, as this is a quick start sort of adventure, a sample to get everyone into the thing, it's basically a situation right now of you guys are salvagers who have been basically hired by a corporate man who essentially has found, well, he hasn't found, but there is an old Archon ship that has started broadcasting again on alert frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody really wants to go near it because it was basically, it was flown off. Essentially, it was a medical ship that was flown off out of space, like out of the galaxy, after going completely silent. And nobody knows actually what happened, but they lost an entire Legion force to that ship. So everyone is kind of thinking, this is not a good sign. But he wants that salvage. This being a medical ship, there's going to be Archon med tech on there. And that's going to be valuable.
So this is basically Space Hulk meets Event Horizon.
Kind of, yeah.
Two of my favorite things.
As far as what could have gone wrong to actually lose an entire Legion Vesper force to essentially a strike team, nobody knows. But regardless, Legion don't live for that long, and it has been over 100 years, so they're probably all dead, so you probably don't have to worry too much about them.
Yeah, probably don't have to worry about that too much. No, not at all.
Of course.
Just put it out of your mind. It will never never ever come up.
That's not how that
In any case, if
Yeah,
there's
I
anything
could
you
speak
actually-
GM too. So
Oh yeah. If there's anything you actually want to deal with before that, before we get there, then let's go ahead and do it. Otherwise, we'll assume that you, being the desperate scavengers that you are, will take the job and we'll get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I sure am desperate.
Cool.
I need some
Desperate.
money.
So, as you approach, the ship does not fire upon you. It does not respond to any attempted communication, however.
The ship blows you up. Session over. I hope you've learned a lot.
It
from
is
these
emitting,
Kickstarter rules.
it's emitting an SOS beacon very faintly, and it's just kind of sitting off in deep space between trade routes at the moment.
Are we being flown or are we flying ourselves?
You have a small ship?
Yeah, Lucas has the ransom,
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that would
I'd-
be it.
and I'd
Yeah,
assume
we just
that
don't have a
it's-
Lucas, so I assume he's
Yeah,
empty.
Lucas is telling us what to do. I would assume at this point, flying.
He's
the
the one who
Probably.
stays on the ship and waits for you.
just
I've seen aliens. I know how that works.
Yeah, I'll keep
there's
the
something
ship
on the
warm.
fucking traitor.
Yeah.
Fucking Burke. That's who he is. God damn it.
This is gonna sell us out for a percentage.
Yeah.
I just assume
So-
everyone's going to sell someone out for a percentage in this setting.
I don't think it's
I
quite
mean,
that bad. However,
you're not
the
wrong.
corp
All of
guys,
you
yeah,
included.
probably are.
The corp will, yes. Everyone
Everybody
in the corp
else
will.
probably not.
Everybody expects it.
But the
Well,
the
like,
corp
yeah.
are basically hyper libertarians, which means they're assholes. So
That's
Yeah.
hot.
if you're
So-
a libertarian, I don't apologize for that joke.
That's all good.
Womp womp.
So what else we have? Okay, right. We also do have a couple of side mission hooks if you're interested in that, like the Legion PCs. One of your ancestors led the Vesper Force charged with recovering the ship, the Carthage. or the Kaltoran PC, some of your line would have been on the ship and recovering their genetic memories or discovering their faith would strengthen your tribe.
Yeah, sure.
So those are things you can pick up if you like. I'm
gonna go
cool
with that.
it.
I'm fine with
Sure, that works. As it sounds, though, you are sitting on a ship, outside of a ship, and there are airlocks you can attach to, and there's a ship.
Let's,
What do you guys do?
Well,
I mean,
I would like to be in the, before we set off, I would think I would be in the cockpit,
Sure.
looking through the screen to kind of look at the ship and, coaxing Lucas to do flybys of the ship, looking for external damage and maybe any pieces of the ship that may have been exposed to vacuum, may not be sound. So
Basically,
things
you want
of
to
that
scan.
nature. Yeah,
yeah.
Sure. Do you have mechanics or electronics?
I have +2 mechanics.
Ooh.
There you go. Give me a mechanics check with
Fancy.
so the +2 added onto your 3d6 roll.
All right, I think I pinned it. So boop and plus. I don't have to add a +2. Just put 2, right?
Yeah, just put 2.
Okay.
Boom, 13. Let's see. Yeah.
Can I help him out with like an electronics roll to like maybe boost the
you
sensor
can,
gain or
but
something?
This is good enough. As
Okay,
it is,
all right.
so
If it's good enough, then I won't.
it's not a hard check. So successful scan. You can tell that there is limited power. The ship isn't really damaged too much in itself, and the atmosphere generators are functioning.
Okay. I will share that information. That it does not appear to be any breaches in the hull. Atmosphere.
At least
does
nothing
seem to be
major that you can see.
Right. Well, not like a big vent in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
There could be open bulkheads and stuff like that. I guess they would just flood floors or things like that. No, but there's nothing like weapons damage. And that there does seem to be a viable atmosphere, but low power readings.
All right. So, if we're going in there, are we intending to like do repairs and take control of it, or are we just getting in, grabbing stuff and getting out?
The goal is primarily the medical technology that is in there, including one thing that in particular referred to as an onyx, and including neural insurgent xiphoid. It's a great name.
Clearly.
Which is rumored to be on board.
Okay. Then
we'll
if the
want
ship
to
comes
enter-
with it, I don't think your funder here would be disappointed.
So we'll want to hit a lock closest to medbay.
Yeah.
And then we'll want to, of course, assess whether or not we can start large-scale salvage operations.
Yeah.
Now, also to the end, what would you think about going towards the ship's bay, or not the ship's bay, but the ship's bridge, to see if it can be some sort of powered on? Because, I mean, we would have a floating salvage yard at that point with all the tech if it's something that we can possibly
that's
running.
That's kind of why I was asking, because those are basically two options. We could get close to the bridge, or even close to maybe engineering. Or we can go straight for med bay. I'm inclined.
Do we want to confirm the medical tech first?
Yeah, I think that's probably
That's
what we want to
thinking.
do.
I'm thinking we want to secure the payday first.
Yeah, so that way,
Then-
at least if something goes wrong, at
matter
least we've
what,
gotten
yeah.
something out of it, and then we can go from there. So yeah, do we have an idea where medbay might be on this sort of thing? Do we have any records or maybe
you do
even
not.
power readings?
You do not.
Let's think here.
And as far as the airlocks go, you have the one that I placed you in right there. You also have this one over here. But they are basically around the same point on the ship. Your main options are right or left.
Are they
So
like
they're
a
basically
midship?
like midship or something like that.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty close to the front.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't think it matters too much then. In that case, let's
No.
pick one. We might
Not
as well stick with
particularly.
the one that we're in. So
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I'll happily not go first or second.
Athena, I'm pretty sure Athena's going first when it comes to going into a dangerous situation that we know nothing about.
That is why I dropped.
I'll probably go second.
All right,
And I've got the first aid kit.
Perfect. So the Carthage does have enough power to respond to the airlock command, so you are able to get in, depressurize everything as needed, and the door does a little ping, and it is filled open.
Okay.
Opening.
I assume it's a. I assume there's a button. I'm gonna go ahead and.
No, it's a pull door, you fool.
It's a roll. It's a. Whatchamacallit? It's a roll door.
Yeah. No, don't push the pull door. Anyways, yeah.
It's just a screen door.
The door slides open nicely.
The Archons are space rednecks, so it's a screen door.
Space rednecks.
Keep the dang screen door closed.
It's a cat door.
This isn't a submarine, man. This isn't a sub. Can I get an awareness check from everyone, please?
Okay.
That was.
That's always bad.
You can as soon as I've figured out how to do it. All right, so
Door
plus
open
2.
awareness.
Oh, so I have a +1. So what does that mean?
So roll your 3d6 and add that one.
Add the 1.
All right, cool, sweet.
Okay. I have a 2.
3d6 for the standard rolls. I got a 17.
Pretty much everything. Oh wow.
There's God, what is it? There's something about hearing that I get a bonus on or something, or is it just a straight awareness check?
It's about your being a Kaltoran.
The Kaltoran. Let me look real quick. I've got the book.
That's
4
already
years.
incorporated into your +2.
It's already. All right. Okay.
A trained skill is a +1, so you have an extra +1 for being Kaltoran. I don't know how your ears would help you with this one, anyways, though, because it's visual. But whatever.
Well, even then, the vision and low light penalties are reduced by 1 step.
Yeah, that too. So as you enter, first of all, there is light that flickers on as you enter the room, but it's low and flickery, and a couple bulbs burst as the power comes on.
Can you ping for me?
Ping?
Yeah, just ping where this is, where this is happening.
In the foyer.
Yeah. Okay.
It's in this one.
No, I thought.
I'm on the wrong thing. Okay.
Things of light
There.
and stuff
Just
like that.
generally around the room, it flickers on into a low brown hue.
Okay. My mistake. I misunderstood. But
No, it's all good. A couple bulbs burst because they haven't been used in 100 years. There's some sparks from the fuse box on the wall. Some loose wires hang down from the ceiling.
That probably brings a
Shoddy
rifle to my
craftsmanship.
arm, that's for sure.
Yes, shoddy Archon craftsmanship.
Come on, guys.
But the thing that draws Beta's eye is the bullet holes in the pillars. That's all these things here.
Okay.
And specifically the fact that they're all coming from the south.
Okay.
Without being there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I definitely point those out to everybody.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah.
So that's some interesting
catch
bullet
my
holes
attention
in there. Should we investigate?
Yeah. I think we need to basically do a sweep and clear and make sure nobody else is here. Just because everybody says they've stayed away doesn't mean might not be some other salvager that's come by.
Something grew inside.
So
I'm gonna take a look at the floor as I move in. Of course, I'm gonna move in. I'm a soldier, so that's a Gauss rifle to my shoulder. That's clearing to the right, left, moving to the pillar, back to it. And I'll probably stop right around here. I'm gonna take a look at the floor and anything. I know this is a spaceship, but I mean, it had an atmosphere for 1,000 or for 100 years. So I'm wondering, is there anything between moving from the airlock to the pillar? Did I leave anything? Did I disturb dust motes? Did I?
There is definitely dust, and there is a lot of it. It looks fairly undisturbed until you went through it.
Okay, so then part of my sweep, of course,
What doesn't look too undisturbed is that once you get into the room, near the back of the room more is a big heap of Kaltoran bodies.
No, nice.
Yeah, they're also covered in dust.
Okay. Well,
I'm
that's
somewhat
good to know.
horrified by these.
Yeah,
Completely and
I would
utterly
imagine.
horrified by these. So
I'm gonna move up.
It looks as though they were scrambling over each other when they died. They're all just kind of piled up
Piled
on
on
the way
top
to
of each other.
on the way to this door here.
Oof. Okay. I'm going to just sign. I'm assuming we have some rudimentary hand signs.
Well,
maybe we
there's
understand?
Legion hand signs, but we don't necessarily know that.
Okay.
You can point to things at least.
Well,
Yeah.
at minimum, I'm just going to do what was universally understood as look at this and just point at my eyes and then point to that north end of the room where the bodies are.
Simple sign.
And then I'm going to swing myself over here to the south end because it's obvious that they were running in that direction.
Yeah, so as you do that, you can...
I want to know what was in this direction. This is what I want to cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over here to get behind cover and.
Yeah. So as you guys get a chance to peek out from behind cover, you can definitely see what caused this, and that is you find the Legion dropship back here, complete with turret still mounted and active.
Ah! Oh my.
Oh.
This will be combat.
Okay.
Because it's gonna try and shoot at you now. Yeah. At turn. All right. So on your guys' sheets on the second page, there is a number that just says order. Or
Yeah.
so on the combat style.
Yeah.
Oh,
switch.
I see the radio buttons. Okay.
Yeah, there's four little radio buttons. So
I see
there's
it,
one
okay.
that says order at the top right.
Okay.
And so I just want everyone to tell me those numbers because that is your initiative.
0. There's a lot of zeros here.
Minus 3.
So 3 for Adam Blaze, 0 for Beta, and
Combat order?
just says order. But if you're looking at the sheet, it says combat order. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the sheet that's in. That's
Actually,
in the thing.
yeah, my sheet actually in the thing says 2.
Oh.
In the quick start rules.
Mhm. Hold on.
Yeah, let me see where. Does mine even say?
Yeah, your thing in the.
Oh yeah, there's it. Okay, yeah, mine's the same on
It says
both.
2
So
in the sheet that's in here as well. You just have to scroll farther to the right.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's
it's your whatever plus 0.
There's the math. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
All right, so yours is also
stretch
2.
my sheet out a little bit so that we don't have that happen anymore.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, there's my order. Yeah, it is 2. That's great. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Cool. So I'm going.
I'll be just a
to...
second. Someone's calling me.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
What's up?
mother. I'm in the middle of gaming.
Hi, Mom.
Yes,
Did you
it's
find the
online gaming.
casserole?
I haven't gone anywhere, but I'm in the middle of gaming. You do remember I do that on Wednesdays, right?
Brisket. Did you eat the brisket?
Anyway,
That was for Teddy.
no, it's not. Probably another hour, maybe 2. Why?
Can you bring me a loaf of bread?
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot.
I'm gonna mute him. All right. Between the two of you, though, just as a question, who wants to go first? Is it Athena? Probably Athena.
Yeah,
I would
Athena,
think-
definitely. I'm probably going to be either going, looking at the different things I can do. I'll probably
So
be
I
hiding.
was posted on this corner. Now, combat-wise, how much cover does that technically give me?
You'll have from there, behind both corners, you're going to have heavy cover, which is a plus 4 to your defense.
Okay, but what does it have from me? Probably nothing because it's so big, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, I guess my question is, do I have a good, viable shot from here, and I would.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
It's wide enough open between the two things, but you're kind of like. Can I draw a line? Yeah. It's like in the line.
I think I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I've got the corner of the post, and I've got the corner of the doorway, the corner of the
Yeah,
hanger.
like there. You
That
got two
kind of-
corners that are interfering for you.
Yeah.
But you can kind of poke out around
Small
one and
silhouette,
shoot.
but it gives me a good picture to them.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, sorry about that.
You can shoot it fairly easily.
I think they have you muted. Do you still have him muted?
I did. So
Okay, he's back.
you should just be able to unmute yourself. But here we are.
I think you did.
Can you hear us?
No, I can hear you. I've been able to hear you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I hit the mute button on my mic, and it didn't actually fucking do anything. So that was
Apparently
great.
not.
It was great.
Yeah. I just figured you didn't want to broadcast your
I was just I was entertaining everyone.
Yeah. All right. So, turret is going to go first because it's just kind of automated like that.
That's rude.
That's very
I
rude.
don't know. It's what it does. So,
Hashtag robots are rude.
let's figure out combat. Okay. It gets to shoot twice because
Eddie, did you move your character back?
Shoot.
I was behind you.
Well, I was trying to post up the corner better, but I keep jumping into the square.
Yeah, the grid is
hold
on, is
You know
why.
what?
Oh, okay.
There. No grid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Be wherever you want to be. Technically, the game uses squares
It
and
does.
spaces and whatever, but we'll abstract it. It's all good.
I mean, we could always put them on if we need be for like
Yeah.
you said, for drawing lines and anything like that.
Of
Yeah, I
course.
mean, I don't necessarily mind that the grid is on, but I'm just saying that's why you're snapping to the center of the boxes is because it's on.
Yeah.
Junior,
Okay.
what's the matter? You look sad.
Anyways, that's the turret then. So it's going to, because the first person to actually come up in front of it was Athena, take a couple shots there. So, pap, yeah. +0 to hit.
Zing pow.
So, I have to go to that. Green. That is a 9. I do not think that's going to hit Athena. Athena, what is your defense?
My defense, which is located on the combat sheet,
Yep.
right there.
Right on the top.
13 is my defense.
13?
Yes.
Then that is not going to hit you.
13 is terrible.
Nah, mine's 13 too.
It's not that bad, is it?
How is it bad?
Mine was 14.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
mine's-
probably have a higher reflexes.
Oh. But I probably have more armor.
Yeah,
Probably.
you definitely do.
Probably.
You actually have some built-in armor.
Well, aren't
I
you
think-
fancy?
Yeah, I think by default you have higher reflexes, but he has, and you all have the same armor that you're wearing. So, yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, that's a miss, and let's do one more, also Athena, because you're who it saw. That is an 11, still a miss.
Dang.
Cool, that'll work.
On plaster off my pillar.
So let's go to Adam Blaze. All right.
Let's see.
So to actually teach you what we're doing, you have a handout of actions in combat in your handouts thing.
Mhm.
That you can click. So basically, there are 15 things that you can do on any turn. You have 2 actions per turn. Each of these is an action. So some of these are basic. It's going to be just a move. You get to move your speed +2. Some of them are more complicated, like spray fire lets you basically hold down the trigger and pray.
Mhm.
But since you are already in a pretty good position, you're wielding, I think, like double SMGs.
Yeah, I am.
So spray fire is probably a good option for you, because then you get to add your perception to the attack,
Mhm.
and you get to spend extra dice because of your high rate of fire.
Okay.
Basically, how the rate of fire dice works is by spending extra bullets up to your rate of fire, you can add an extra die to the roll to hit.
Okay. And my rate of fire. Wow, that's a lot of rate of fire.
Yeah, you have 2 SMGs, man. It's
So
a lot of rate of fire.
But so it's not 2 separate attacks here. It's
No,
one
your
attack
your
with
weapon
both.
is dual SMG.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
will.
it actually simplifies a fair amount of stuff like that. So.
All right. In that case, yeah, I'll spray fire. And I mean, is there any reason not to use the more dice?
Yeah, it does use more ammo, so it'll increase how often you have to reload.
Okay.
So you can use up to 4 ammo. You're using 1 by default, but every additional ammo you use will add an extra die to the roll.
Okay.
So you could
and
be
I have
rolling up to
and
6
I
dice.
see. I have 12 ammo for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of it. So, and that damage is on the attack, or is it on the? Is it on the damage?
So it doesn't increase the damage. It actually increases your to hit.
Okay. I'll add two dice on that.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna need to change the number of d6s.
So when you roll, if you just put 2d6 into the add modifier, it does it.
Oh,
So
but I
it's
need to
smart.
do 2d6 plus.
Yeah, you can enter that too.
Okay, 2d6.
When it asks for a
plus-
modifier, just enter your 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, okay, that works.
Ah.
Yep.
And I add my perception. Yeah, I add
Oh yeah, plus your perception. I'm sorry.
and my perception is 2.
Mhm.
And my skill is 1. I think.
So the skill's already incorporated.
Okay.
The skill is already incorporated in that hit number, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I was factoring in that hit number, so it's a total of 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That is a lot. You are definitely going to hit that.
No strong
So-
hits though.
Yeah, no strong hits, unfortunately. So you are, however,
What
Definitely.
triggers a strong hit?
a 6
Sixes.
on a die.
Okay.
So there's also a thing with this spray with a high rate of fire weapon, just so everyone knows. We may or may not actually ever use it in this game right now. To basically spray across enemies, and in doing that, you essentially take the number of dice you're rolling and divide them between the enemies.
Mhm.
So with this, you have 5 dice, and you could go like 2 dice to one enemy, 3 dice to
Oh,
another.
I forgot to remove for the range.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
looking at that.
Oh, right. What's the range on that? I think it's like
It's
12.
4. It's 4, I think. Yeah.
Oh, well, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's
Range is
see
4.
Again.
So that's
This
probably
is actually a
minus.
thing here.
It's probably -2.
-2. You still hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep the grid on because range is a thing.
Yeah, and movement is a thing. So yeah.
Mhm.
Movement isn't going to be as much of a thing.
So
but
endurance
it is a
damage is 6, and it's ion. If that makes a difference.
thing. It does not. What that does is it makes it an energy type,
Yeah.
which can do certain different strong hits and things like
Oh
that.
yeah,
So-
that's right. I didn't do.
certain
I
different
didn't get a strong hit either way. So.
No, exactly.
All right, but I hit it anyway.
That was 8. 8, you said?
6.
Sorry, 6. Okay. Just got a cord. All right, cool. Here's the thing: you get to do that twice if you want, because you get 2 actions.
Yeah. Why not?
So whether or not you want to spend all the dice or not is up to you.
I will spend a dice on the rate of fire on this one.
Sure.
Just to get the extra one more, but I think that should be fine. So that's 1d6, still +3, and that'll be 14 in total.
That also hits.
Okay. No strong hits again.
There are not. Wow.
Yeah,
4 rolls, no 6s. Okay. Well, that's what'll happen.
but it's still another 6 endurance. So
It is. So that's good. Cool. Moving on then, we'll get to Athena. So, what does Athena have?
Well, we have a Gauss assault rifle with a rate. I was looking this stuff up while we were doing
Yeah.
or doing Aaron, just to kind of double check what I can do with my weapon. Because it has a rate of fire of 2, but it looks like you have to take a spray fire action to get the extra rate of fire dice modifier.
But the are you thinking the sighted shot instead?
That well, yeah. I mean, that would get a plus perception, whereas just a snapshot, which I guess is just considered your basic attack, like just I'm shooting.
Yeah, I was asking about this actually on the subreddit. Snapshot is basically considered also charge in the melee options. Are basically considered to be the viable options only for if you really have to. So if you're not actually just really moving, your sighted shot or your spray shot are the better options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're not moving, whether it was the snapshot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I'd like to take advantage of the extra rate of fire since I am posted up in a decent place. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the spray fire option. That's going to give me my hit, which is on this weapon. I assume it's all added up already.
Yeah. So it's a plus 4 total.
So it's a plus 4 total on that, plus my perception. Or do I add? There's that already added.
Yeah, add your perception as well.
Okay, so the perception is 2. So I'm getting to add plus 6 and plus 1 for the rate of fire of 2. I'm firing
1d6,
one extra,
yes.
one extra d6.
And check the range. I don't know what your range is on that.
So the range is also 4 for that. So you also do have another -2.
Minus 2.
At the end.
So it puts me back to a plus 4.
4. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's still,
you don't
still
have
pretty
to add
good.
them up yourself though. You can actually put like plus 4, plus 2, plus a d6, -2, if you want.
Oh wait, what? Like I
you can
just
put in all the numbers as they are if you want to. You don't have to add them up.
Okay, so I could just do like 1d6 plus 4 then.
Yeah.
In the modifier, and that will work.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll do that then. Let's roll that out.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit, and you got a strong hit. So, you actually have a couple options for a strong hit. Your first one is the one that will deal critical damage, which will basically deal attribute damage to the turret. Your second one is the coordinated strike. So everyone actually has a different strong hit that they can do.
Yeah, I see here. So we have
this will let
critical
someone else get a strong hit on their next attack.
Critical boost.
Yeah, so critical boost is mostly when you have a crit hit already, you boost it to just increase the crit damage on that to bypass armor.
Oh, no, then I'm definitely, because we've still got more shooting to do, maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and do a coordinated strike on that.
Yeah, although your crit hit is also going to be worth just doing. So.
I get two though, right? Because it was two hits, or do I have to
no
for each hit? Or
you actually only have one strong hit.
Oh, one strong.
Yeah, the 6 on the dice. Like if you'd rolled 2 6s, then you'd have 2 options on this particular roll. But
attack roll. Okay, so I'll take the critical hit then. We'll just go ahead and take the crit hit.
So the first thing is you're going to do your endurance damage to it, which is 4, and so it's going to take 4 endurance. And then you are also roll me a d6.
Is that per round?
That's the damage you did just to its shields, I guess, for a turret.
Yeah, like the armor.
And then you're also doing attribute damage to it.
So you punched through the armor so hard that you actually got to the meat.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess I'm not understanding the benefit of rate of fire then.
Much better chance of hitting.
Yeah,
okay,
and
so it's
better. More
more
chances at getting strong hits.
Gotcha.
There's actually
more dice down.
Benefits to rate of fire. Yeah. One, you have more dice down, which gives you a higher chance of strong hits and a higher chance of hitting. And 2, you can actually crit once per rate of fire in your attack. So your rate of fire is 2. You can actually benefit from 2 critical hits in your attack.
Yes,
gotcha.
if you
I
roll
have 2 strong hits for the
Aaron
rate of
can get
fire.
up to 4.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That makes perfect sense then. Okay, great.
You can always use other strong hits as well, but critical hits are limited by your rate of fire.
Okay. Nope, that is
so,
fine.
if you had 3 strong hits for some reason, you would do a crit hit, a crit boost maybe, or another crit hit, and a coordinated attack.
Okay. Nope, no problem. We're good. So 4 damage, and then I do. You said so. Then I do a crit hit as well.
Yeah. So roll me a d6.
Okay.
Three. So that is going to damage, and this is actually probably a good one to damage. It's movement speed. Now it's immobile, But you're basically you basically what this means is that you hit its motors at this point.
Rotating mechanisms.
Yeah, exactly. So you deal what for crit damage? 4? It says it in your weapon.
It'll say crit.
Oh yeah, it is a separate thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crit damage is 4, yes.
Yeah, so this way you can have a weapon that's really good against, say, shields and endurance, and not great against actual killing people, and vice versa. So crit damage is 4. Unfortunately, it does have an armor of 3, so it is going to soak up a bunch of that, but that is 1 point done to its move rate of 2. And if it gets any of these stats down to 0, it's immobilized, and it's now no longer functioning. So.
Okay, so trashed. Okay.
Exactly. So you actually got it halfway there with that shot. You get a second action though.
Yeah.
Well, then I will probably do the same thing. It was effective.
Go for it.
So we'll just roll the same deal.
Yeah.
There it is.
6 plus 4. All right, 14 with a strong hit in it.
Excellent. So a 14 is definitely going to hit this guy. It has an 8. So
Sweet.
Wow.
yeah, you definitely hit. So that strong hit is going to be another crit.
Yeah.
So that was another 4 damage to its endurance. Its endurance is way down at this point, by the way. Once it actually runs out of endurance, every hit is an automatic crit.
Okay.
And give me another d6 to see what you damage this time with that crit. Or that is going to get us to its focus. I don't entirely know what that means in the context of a turret, but whatever, it's a stat.
Its targeting laser has been manipulated.
Sure, let's go with that.
With Gauss rounds.
Bing.
I
Focus
knocked it out
is
of
almost-
alignment.
Focus is almost your endurance and ability to resist things.
Focus.
I don't know. Let's call it some more armor plating.
Sure.
You rack a focus.
Yeah, a couple of these intellect. It's hard. It's a little hard to translate to an automated turret, but hey, it's.
I don't know.
well
Intellect
for the game.
is actually, I think, easier than focus, because intellect is
That's true.
you've
Intellect
damaged
is
the
processing.
targeting parameters
Right.
or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Focus is a little tough. Okay, so that'll move us on. Beta.
Yes. So I have a 4 move. How far does that get me?
So that is.
Is it literally 4
spaces.
steps? 4 spaces?
Yeah. Diagonals are 1, so you can sidestep diagonals.
So 1, 2.
So now hold on for 1 sec. What
Okay.
are you wanting to
Okay,
do?
so I'm looking to take cover.
Okay.
And I'm looking
So-
to. So that's just a standard move, but I get the +1.
Yeah, and +1 cover step. Okay.
3,
So yeah.
4,
There you go.
trying to around that corner there.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. You can take cover there. You'll end up with heavy cover because
And-
of that. And
Then take a shot with
so
my
second
acid
shot,
shotgun. What's my range on that?
your range is 4.
That's
so
4.
you're well within range.
Okay.
So you can do a sighted shot, or you can. Oh, wait, actually, I'm on the wrong page. Your range is 4, and because you are using a shotgun, you actually get strong hits on a 5 or a 6 within the first range increment.
Yeah.
Close.
Shotguns are fun.
Yeah, is that within the first range increment?
You are currently within 1 range increment.
That's what I was hoping for.
he's all like
So-
whipping his shotgun around the corner. Bam!
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even have
so-
to aim.
So are you going to
Heal this.
Yeah.
So are you going to be doing the spray shot to do a double shot and spray and pray?
Yes.
Okay. Now, especially for you, because you have somewhat lower ammo and clips available to you,
Yeah.
you should keep in mind that this will burn ammo at twice the rate. So, not saying don't do it. I'm just saying keep it in mind.
What's this thing look like on damage anyway?
As
From the
it's
shots
shown
from
to
the other
definitely
people.
flickering in and
Okay.
out of existence. As far as the rest of it goes, you can hear the gears grinding from that one shot, but that's about it so far.
Yeah, we'll go for the spray fire. Will that use just all 4 ammo then?
No, that'll use
Split?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
do then. So
Okay.
that is 3d6 plus
Plus 1d6,
plus 2.
plus 2, plus your perception, so plus another 2.
So plus 4.
Yeah.
All right then.
Oh my.
22 with 1 strong.
Nice.
No,
3 strong.
with 3 strong.
Yeah.
because you
Oh,
get
God,
strong
that's
hits at
right.
5. Shit.
So he's basically emulating the super
But I can-
shotgun from Doom 2.
But I can only do 2 of those, right?
Okay, so here's what you got. You have 3 different strong hits you can do. Your first one's the normal crit hit, which will deal crit damage to a random attribute. Your crit damage is actually only 3. Your second one is the crit boost, which for any crit hits that are scored, increase that crit damage by 1.
But
And
can I only use 2 because my rate of fire is only 2?
you can only use 2 crit hits. Everything else you can use.
Oh, okay.
So, and your third one is the one that says this attack doesn't use any ammo.
Yeah, that's the one I definitely wanted to use. So I can
So-
just scratch those right back off. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, so you get to take your pick of which ones of those you want to use. I would recommend doing at least the crit boost once on it, just to make sure you're actually doing some crit damage.
Yeah, I was looking for the hit boost and growth.
Cool. So give me another d6 roll,
1d6.
and
And
that's 6 endurance damage to it.
Uno!
Okay. Then that basically knocks the front plate, the thing that kind of guards the interior, knocks a big chunk of that off.
Melts a big chunk of it off.
Yeah, oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is acid.
Turns it
Mel-
into
melts,
goo.
melts a hole in it, right in the plate. So that is a strength hit right there.
Nice.
Nice.
Back to the turret. Turret has warmed up a bit and is starting to use its own rate of fire dice.
Oh, yeah.
It has a rate of fire of 6.
Oh, God.
Whew.
That explains the
And-
pile of Kaltorans.
I'm like, hey, guys, I'm going to go right to the front of the line on this one. You voted this the first time. Screw this shit. I got it.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
So it's actually going to be trying to spray all of you at once.
Okay.
I just need to look up really quick how the lock-on works, because that is a thing too.
At least we're all undercover.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
great for you. Hit plus one.
Maybe it'll work. I don't know. This could be bad.
Bye, okay.
Yeah, good. But we got covered,
We'll
so.
see, because it is attempting to hit at least 2 of you here. Actually, probably just Beta and Athena. But let's.
You already said that it was everyone, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I just realized there's a whole thing between them, so it's probably it's going to try the first shot for just the 2 of you, and then it's going to move on from there with one at Adam. Okay, so when the target of this weapon is affected, blah 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 blah. Okay, so-
Bloop.
Splat.
Here, index. I just realized I didn't remember how this one works. So,
Aaron, I'm looking at your RPG book list,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just giggling at the bottom D&D 3rd edition ones.
Just
Someone-
take them off
just
my
fucking
shelves.
take 'em, please.
Just go.
I just want them off.
I retweeted the Twitch link.
I did see that. Thank you. Hopefully we'll get some people coming in.
If they want to.
I'm gonna put some music on the screen to listen to while for the background. Hopefully stuff that will not get the VOD muted because that would be irritating.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do it.
I know most of this stuff won't.
You know what? I don't know how this works, so I'm not using it. There we go. There's a lock-on function, so but I don't know how to. Which means it gets a +8 to hit when things are locked on, but I don't know how it actually gets a lock-on. So forget it. We're just throwing some things at you.
While you're doing that, I'll try to see if I can find it.
Yeah, that'll work. So, spray fire. The big trick for spray fire when using it against multiple people is that you also have to spend a die for every space in between them. So that means that
It kind of balances out.
yeah, exactly. Well, you're shooting between them as well, so you're losing some of those bullets.
Okay, yeah.
So these autocannons are going to spray between Beta, the two spaces between the two of them, and Athena. So Athena and so that gives a total of 8d6 divided by -2 for those two spaces divided by 2 is a 3d6 per. So that's fairly fair, I think. 3d6 plus perception. So Beta, that's a 14. Does that hit you?
Depends. No, because I have cover. I have a 14 defense, but I have a
You are
+4.
correct. You are correct. You do have +4 cover. Nice.
Now, does it have to beat it or can it match it?
It does only have to match it, yes.
Okay, so then I would have been hit by that.
Okay. So, that said, what it is doing is it is going to be suppressing you with its suppressing fire here. Does not require a hit.
Okay.
So it's just going to basically be pounding into the air around you. You're suppressed, which means that you get 1 action on your next turn.
All right. Duly noted.
Second one is going to be +4 versus Athena. 19. Is that going to hit with you?
That's definitely because I'm 13. I'm 17 with
Awesome.
cover.
Okay, so that is going to be 8 endurance damage to you, please. And
Endurance damage minus my armor.
yes, not minus armor. Endurance is not affected by armor.
Oh, okay. It's anything that gets past endurance.
Exactly. You can think of endurance in a lot of ways like shields. It's if you played Mass Effect, yeah, you can think of it a lot like that. It's the first thing to go down. It gets restored between a lot of combats, unless you're rushing through things. But it's isn't affected by armor. Armor is just for attribute damage. So that's 8 endurance damage to you, and your reflex is hit for 4 damage. So now your armor affects this.
Okay.
So I
let me
think you have
take a
3
look
armor.
here. I just want to look at the sheet so I can follow you along.
Of course.
Yes, I have 3 armor. I have the 2 plus my, I think it was natural armor.
Yeah, well,
vice versa.
it's some sort of illusion thing, at least. I don't know.
Okay.
What it is.
So
And you also, I think, have +1 versus energy.
Yes. So yeah, I have
Okay,
a total
this is
armor.
not energy, unfortunately, but keep it in mind for basis.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Let's keep
if something's like an auto can or an ion cannon or something, that will come into play.
So yeah, so 3 armor in total, and you said it was 4.
It was. Damage. So that is 1 damage to your reflexes.
Reflexes down 1.
Yep.
And there you go.
Cool.
And I am making headway on lock on.
Yes. Lock on. It seems like it's a. You have a piece of equipment that'll have like a strong hit locked on. Basically, gives you the locked on condition.
It has to be a computerized thing.
Yeah, like a targeting laser or like a tactical computer, something like that. That will inflict the locked on condition.
See, this is what I was kind of getting. But then I also was looking at it like, well, why did they put it here? On this guy.
Here's very specifically. Unless you did you just read this, Aaron? I don't know. On 125.
Yeah, I've read that. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's an effect. So it's like I don't know. Like
that's not what I was figuring.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not wrong to ignore it. Cool. Good to know.
Right.
All right. It's second attack because that was just 1.
Oh shit.
It's going to do a. Let's see. It has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to try and spray everyone.
Okay.
So that'll be 2d6 at Adam. Yeah. It's actually a 10. I forgot to add the plus.
10 is not enough.
I didn't think so. 1d6 at Athena. Yeah, nope. And 1d6 at Beta. Nope. Basically, basically what I was doing there was I was just fishing for shots so that for strong hits, so that I could either destroy some cover or suppress.
Okay.
So no, I wasn't really expecting to hit you on this.
Okay.
But strong hits are still useful even on non-hits. Because this guy has suppressive fire as a strong hit and pulverize, which permanently reduces 2 sections of physical environmental cover with bias stat.
Jeez.
So,
sounds sexy.
Yeah, pretty much. That'll bring us back to Adam Blaze.
All right.
And on this round, I'm just going to introduce one new thing to you guys. You have a fate listed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Adam has 3.
Yep.
Fate is replenished every session. Some traits will have abilities that are used by Fate, but in addition, Fate can just give you a reroll, a total reroll on all your dice for that action. So feel free to use it or not as you like. But it's basically just said, no, I want to do that again. But
okay. I'm going to spray and pray. I'm going to spray fire a couple of times. I'm going to use two extra dice per, I think. I got a decent amount of reloads and a decent amount of ammo per, so I think I can be okay there.
You do.
So it's still, it's 2d6 plus 1 basically.
And using the spray fire over top of the sighted shot lets you get that chance at multiple crits as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Ugh.
So that is no crits. But you did just barely. Oh, actually, no. This guy only has an 8. I'm sorry. You did hit.
Yeah. All right. So that's 6 endurance.
And here's the thing. That brings him down to 0 endurance. So by knocking out the shields, you get a free crit hit.
Oh, nice.
And every attack from now on with 0 endurance is with a free crit hit on top of it.
Okay. But I didn't get any strong hits, so my crit damage is only 3.
So it doesn't do a lot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a different strong hit? Oh, actually, no.
I didn't. Yeah,
it's
if it was a strong hit, it would be different.
No, it is just a free crit hit. Yeah.
All right, but I'll spray and pray again. So.
Yeah.
Plus 1. Wow.
And nothing to crit boost, unfortunately.
Yeah, God, I have.
Man, what the shit?
Yeah.
I stole your crit. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I haven't rolled a single 6 at all.
Yeah, you know what? There's only Only me and Eddie. Oh no, Justin did. Never mind. I'm sorry. All right. Well, let's move it on to Athena then.
All right. First things first. Is Beta in my line of fire?
Yeah. Shit. You gotta move up.
Not quite.
Because I'm aiming over, I assume, right? Like
yeah,
it's
no,
high.
you're fine. She's
Okay.
taking cover anyway, so she's hunkered right down.
Okay. That still won't stop me to mutter under my breath something about line of fire and keeping it clear, because the idea of another soldier walking before you're discharging your weapon is probably distasteful.
Yeah, in addition, Legion
no
and
soldier.
Nephilim aren't super friendly. They were enemies in that last war, and they still aren't quite prepared for that. So, yeah, there's plenty of reason for you to cuss her out.
Don't shoot at me then. Shithead.
I could just not shoot. How about that?
As far as I can tell, though, there are no rules for
I believe in
shooting
you.
into melee or anything like
He's
that.
like, I believe
So-
in you. He's like, I'll kiss at his fingers, pat his chest. I believe.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. There is one. There is something.
Something
Why you
I
gotta
think
make him look it
something
up?
about through people.
Yeah.
It was in the quick starts.
Yeah, there is something about shooting through people, but it's, I think, mostly if they're right there, so you should be good right now.
Or even the combat, I would wonder.
I'd worry more if it was me doing it just because the shotgun sort of aspect.
That too,
Well,
that too.
well, yeah, and we also have to bear in
It's-
mind that there's an elevation difference too. It is a spaceship, so it does have an elevation.
Yeah, it's higher up than you are.
So yeah, I will
Anyways,
go ahead.
you're
I'm
fine
gonna
for
go
now.
ahead and take a sighted shot this time. Let me take a look at what all that map looks like here. Where's the
So
action?
the sighted shot, you just add your perception to it, but you also add your focus
focus
to the range.
to the
your
range for
focus.
damage.
Uh,
No, it doesn't.
no,
I'm sorry. I saw two different lines. I'm sorry. Add your focus to the range. Okay.
So your focus is 2. So that still wouldn't quite bring it into the line of fire, or into the first range increment for you, unfortunately.
It will not. Just
Actually, yeah, it would. It would just barely, but only if we actually put you there or something. In a square.
I mean, yeah, it's still got the cover, but
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, it would.
okay. Well, we'll do that, which brings us down to a -1, right? So, or does the negative increments go by 2?
Yeah, it's 2 per range increment.
Okay, so then I'm back to 0. All right.
Exactly. Instead
So
of
then
minus
that
2.
is no extra d6, so it's still 3. God, I'm all confused. I did the fly out on the screen on the sheet, and I keep losing it.
Does this help?
Yeah,
Does that help?
that's good. No, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. So hit.
I don't know if
I
it's-
just like to do this math because it just helps me figure it all out.
Yeah.
So we got hit, which has already added in the plus skill, so that's 4.
Yep.
I'm getting no negatives. The action itself was perception, so I would get a plus on this, which I think was 2, was it not?
Yeah, I believe it was. Double check the sheet, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Yes, it was. So I would get a plus 2 because I'm not taking the extra. No, I get a plus 6 with the
Total
with the
plus 6,
perception.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I added a plus.
Oh
Probably
my
jacked it
goodness.
How'd you get a 0?
I jacked it up. I added a plus
Yeah.
in front of it. So I jacked it up.
Yeah, if you accidentally do put a plus, it just negates everything.
Yeah.
18,
Oh, yeah, it does,
20,
'cause,
21.
yeah.
So it's a 21 with 2 strong hits.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. You definitely hit.
Yeah,
So,
everybody's stealing all my 6s. You bastards.
So, you automatically get a crit hit by virtue of just shooting it while it's at 0.
Which actually breaches the armor. Because
Yeah.
I have 4. And then I guess we're just going to go with overkill on this one and just go
So,
with it.
here's the thing: you can only benefit from 1 crit hit when you're doing it like this with a sighted shot, because you are not using your rapid rate of fire. So both of those can go towards crit boost.
Okay, yeah, let's go with
Up
that.
it and up it and up it to do more damage.
Okay, let's go with that then. So that's 2 crit boosts, which turns my crit damage from 1 to 3 with minus 3. A total of 7.
So roll your d6, see where it lands.
It's gone, I'm sure.
It might be, depending on where you hit.
Oh yeah, we'd have to hit the same locations, wouldn't I?
You have 4 options of it just being dead.
Yeah, there you go.
3, that is its movement again. You basically destroy the gear system while simultaneously spinning it around, so it's now facing the other direction. So even if it starts trying to shoot more, it can't.
Sweet.
It's no longer a threat.
Yes. I've disarmed it.
Excellent.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
So, did anyone take any crit damage in that one? No, you were suppressed, not critted.
I was depressed.
Yeah, that. So as we go through the rest of this, you can heal up any endurance damage you did take, though.
All right, and that's just a freebie, or
Yeah, it's basically shields recharging, catching your breath. It's a short rest thing.
Okay, cool.
Same
All
as 13th Age, 4th edition.
And that's a very good comparison you made
awesome.
with Mass Effect. I like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of like your kinetic barriers kind of like recharge.
It's a lot of stuff like this, which makes me really happy to see that there is already a Mass Effect hack for this game.
That totally makes sense.
It does. So, you have a Legion dropship here.
Sweet.
That's
I
not
know
a bad
I
piece
would
of
like-
salvage in and of itself. So.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not. And I certainly would like to check that out as well, because this is a direct tie into my
Your little
Which
side
one?
mission.
my
Yes.
little side mission. I will speak up. I'll just go ahead and check my weapon out real quick. It's probably just a standard thing for me, and I'll
So in
I'll
actuality-
pipe up. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, in actuality, you guys still have 2 rooms to investigate, because you haven't really even done anything with this room yet either. So take that as you will, and whatever. So,
Well, certainly we don't just want to saunter around just yet, because this was a surprise in of itself. If we had just strolled into the room, we would have been really bad. We've been exposed. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm just going to we have comms, so I'm going to comm to everyone. I'm going to let them know that this may be a good source of intel to find out where the med bay may be at. Maybe they know where it was located.
You could probably just talk.
Also, they're like 10 feet away that you can.
I'm not sure if we're in sealed stuff or not.
No, there's atmosphere. I mean, you can be if you want, but there is atmosphere.
No, I'm sorry. I just assumed.
Yeah, it's more fun to respond like an ass.
Hey, if
right
you
here,
want
why
to
are
keep your
you
helmet on, nobody's going to stop you.
You just swore at me. You don't think I can't hear you?
The 4-eared one is all like, ow, ringing. You guys, your feedback in me.
Dude, just because you have 4 years doesn't mean you have to wear headsets.
You spend a bunch in earbuds, don't you?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and relay that, but I'm going to go ahead and post up and just I'm going to sweep the room real fast and take a look if it's bigger than it actually is or whatever.
So, in this room, it's a hangar. It's full of boxes. It's got a big, obviously Legion, obviously old from the war dropship. Small enough to dock in the hangar, probably under disguise when it did so. And it's, of course, got a turret.
Ramps in the back?
The ramp is in the back of it, right under the turret, yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and move up to the ramp and go ahead and gun first, check out the interior.
Yeah. Small ship probably would have held about a dozen drop soldiers. You actually might not be able to see past there, so there we are. Turret's gone. Probably would have held about a dozen soldiers. There's no bullet holes in the ship. Is the one big
Aside
thing
from the
that
ones
you
we
realize.
probably made.
Except for the ones you just put in it, yeah. but but clearly they didn't have a lot of resistance when they landed.
Okay.
You do find in here some data pads that still have some power to them as well. But a lot of it is encrypted outside of a map.
Okay.
A map of the ship. Yeah.
All right.
Edit.
So I'm gonna toss
Drills.
the. I'm gonna.
All
Who's
players.
our? I assume our Kaltorans are resident medic, or I'm sorry,
Hacker?
gearhead. Mostly our gear.
Yeah,
our
I can
gearhead.
do mechanics and electronics both.
All right, so
Yeah, I don't mechanic.
map goes. I'm flinging them on a pad. I'm saying this is map. As I fling it over to
So
you.
there are two maps in your journal now.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to say, kind of looking at front and back. Oh, this one appears to be encrypted. I don't know if there's anything you could do with that, but it might have more information on it. I'll fling that one over to you. And is there anything
give me
else on
a-
the ship?
Can someone give me a programming check?
I don't think me.
I'm checking.
Who had programming? I thought someone did. Actually, that might have been Lucas.
I don't. I have a 0. I
Yeah,
can
that's
try,
Lucas.
but I'm not very good at it.
Give me a programming check with your 0.
Yeah,
That's-
a 0 is not hideous, I guess.
it's actually somewhat decent.
I don't have any equipment that gives me a bonus, do I? Where the fuck is that?
You do not. You have mechanics toolbox in the history book.
Yeah, my programming's negative too.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you go for it. It is actually Lucas who is your resident hacker. But
I don't know what I rolled. Oh, let's see.
He didn't want to come on.
you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be something to pass back to Lucas.
My
Although-
rolls are terrible.
Can we upload it to him?
You could toss it through the airlock.
Oh, okay, that works too. I guess we're not that far away.
No, not really.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean,
um,
close enough to run back for a second.
Yeah.
From your guys' experience with it, though, with this sort of stuff, though, it is or decrypting stuff like that is probably something that takes in the neighborhood of hours to.
Yeah,
days.
but either
So-
way, that might be valuable. So let's.
could definitely be valuable for salvage.
Yeah, let's. We can throw that back in. Tell Lucas to get off his ass and help out and start decrypting that.
He sighs like a spoiled teen and says, "Fine."
Ugh. Sworn to carry your burden.
The map, the map is helpful.
Yes,
No.
definitely.
That's good. We have map level 1.
What are I'm gonna
Yeah,
look around
see.
in these boxes and stuff. Is there anything interesting in them? Is it 100-year-old sea rats? Is it what?
So you, because you don't have much in the way of skill in it,
Kaltor.
can tell that they are. It is definitely medical.
Oh, yeah. In that case, I'll wave
Or
over
is
to
what?
Beta and go, hey, this is more up your alley. Sure as hell ain't mine.
All right, I'll definitely take that.
I'm watching the north while they scavenge around.
Sure. Give me a biotech roll.
Beta, that's you, I'm assuming.
Biotech, yeah. What's the biotech? God damn. Oh, +4. Okay, so is it the 3d6 +4 then?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a crazy high biotech. actually.
Biotech, yeah, that's pretty big.
Ooh.
I don't know. Oh, because I did the plus.
He did a
Damn it.
+4.
Damn it.
Whatever.
So, 20.
Just
So
no
just as
pluses.
a
Don't
thing,
put any pluses.
I know.
your benefit that you get for those strong hits is you may re-roll a single die from that skill check. You don't need it right now, though.
Yeah.
But that is the effort strong hit, which you have on every check.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everybody has that on every check.
Exactly. Every 6 lets you re-roll a different die. So it's nice to have. In any case, what you can tell though is that these are boxes full, and I mean full. Every box in here of what's known as a rejuvenator vial. Essentially, it's a serum that is used to regrow lost limbs.
That's gotta be costly.
Yeah, but also strange that that's the only thing that's in all of these boxes. They are just packed to the brim with regeneration serum.
The Mangler. They have cottagens.
And you know this was a medical ship, but you'd think there'd be different supplies too?
Well, to be fair, the other supplies could be in another part of the ship.
They might be. But it's still a lot of this.
Yeah, that is a lot of that.
And with that biotech roll, it still seems weird.
Do we want to load some of this back up on our ship first, or
yeah,
do we?
do.
Yeah,
We should get Lucas to get the little freighty dudes or whatever. And do we have anything like that on our ship? Help him out. Have him load it. It's right here. It seems to be pretty safe. My God, he's doing that other stuff too, isn't he?
Let's say you have a single freight loader drone.
Yeah, this is a little more important, at least in the short term, than the whatever was on the encrypted pad.
Yeah, this is you have a single freight loader drone and its name is.
So maybe one of us can give cover while the rest of us get the crates back in.
Oh yeah, I guess it's easy for me.
Yeah,
just give cover and we'll just run it.
Well, yeah, we'll just.
Okay.
Athena lifts 3 of them and walks away.
Just whatever. You guys cover me.
Yeah,
all right, fine.
All right, I'll cover you. I'll go over here and keep an eye out to the north and stuff.
I'll help out as well on the carrying.
It doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
You manage to load a significant number of boxes in only 10 minutes or so. So not too bad.
So not a bad investment of time.
All right, yeah.
No, not
Let's keep exploring. I think if we can, we definitely want to take the Legion dropship with us because that's got to be worth a fair bit of cred. But
your ship's not huge, so it can't really go inside of it. But if you could get it working, if you can operate it, it's a thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we can get it working, let's finish clearing the ship first, though. So
probably a good plan.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and move up. Of course, we're going to first thing I'm going to do is move up to here. Cover hopping.
Right next to that big pile of bodies.
Just to make sure that we've got nothing else going on.
When we get over there, I am gonna look through the bodies, as icky as it may be, just to see if there's anybody that I might recognize with my genetic memories.
So,
but that's after we're sure that we're not going to get
Cronenberg to do.
Yeah.
Let's find out. There we are. Okay. No, nothing. Nobody here that seems super familiar. I mean, you definitely recognize a few of their faces. As a Kaltoran, you kind of recognize everybody to a certain degree, but
that's got to be really
weird. Out as actual family.
Okay.
Bob. Oh, it looks like I'm checking the map, and it looks like we've got a couple of rooms off to the left.
Yeah, I did notice that. So I wanted to look there first.
So we're going to go ahead and check those out.
I'm going to come
check
over here.
Find 2 very much disused toilets.
Let's close those doors and never ever open them again.
We'll never speak of this again.
Yes, exactly. It probably didn't even have to say anything. It's probably one of those. You opened the door. We looked in. We looked at each other, and we just closed it.
You have 100 years of bathroom smell, and
well, it's fossilized by that point.
It is.
We can save it for science.
I'm pretty sure there ain't no kind of science we need to be saving for that. Are these gray dots? Is this like a solid wall, or is this?
This is actually a curtain wall.
Okay.
In the back here.
In that case,
get
behind something solid.
Yeah, as you explore it, you see that it's basically just a cordoned off, curtained area that winds through until it gets to the next door.
Okay.
There's some bullet holes in it, but and as you go along, a couple of extra dead Kaldorans in between that seem to have been caught between them in the bullet holes.
They're between the bullet holes. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
I'll continue.
between the curtains, right behind the bullet holes.
Did the curtains slide? Can we just slide them open?
You can tear them down if you want,
Sure.
but
Take them down.
they're kind of just mounted on frames.
That's fine. Take them down.
Okay, yeah, you can just knock down the curtain wall. That's not a big deal. It's basically a queuing system. It looks like. From the number of Kaltorans, one of the big things that you do know about the Great War is that the Kaltorans being on the Archon's side, kind of, in the war, there were definitely a number of refugees that would have gotten picked up by medical ships.
Yeah, the Kaltorans were one of the Archon's favored races, so the Nephilim really didn't like, or the Zion and the Nephilim really didn't like the Kaltorans during the war.
Yeah, I mean, mostly they were collateral damage in the fight with the Archons, but yeah, there's definitely some bad blood.
It was one of those things where the Archons were the main target, but you know, if you could kick the Kaltorans when there wasn't an Archon around, that absolutely happened. Yeah,
They got gnomed.
yeah.
Good.
So let's
Something like that, yeah.
let's keep moving up.
Best way to put it.
All right. You find a
Athena
double
probably
door.
wants to join me. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm joining you. Okay, I'm gonna muscle you out of the way. Take the corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might want somebody else to join us too.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm up there
Hi,
too.
Beta.
Don't worry about it.
Did you get lost in the very wide open foyer?
I was
Picking-
trying. I was looking at the little pieces of whatever the stuff we were putting on there. The stuff we were shipping
In their
out.
Nephilim nose.
I'm just looking at science.
So, behind a set of
Behind door
Doors
number
here.
1,
you find
a new car.
a non-functioning conveyor belt.
Oh.
Close.
Blank- it's not a car. your new car was in the front room.
Nah, that's true. Wasn't really new.
so-
it was kind of used, a little beat up.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
feeling a bit
true.
gypped.
So yeah, a non-functional conveyor belt flanked by dozens of robotic arms.
I don't trust them.
I mean, you shouldn't. Can
I've
I
seen
use
virus.
mechanics to like examine one of them and see if if they've got power or if they're maybe what they were used for?
So give me a mechanics roll then.
Okay, what is my mechanics?
Can I assist
Plus
on
2? Plus 2.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, actually.
It kind of is. Here, let's get to how.
Because I do have some
That is-
mechanics.
Blech. I'm not
So
sure it's
that
going to be
is
big
definitely
enough.
a thing. That's a 9. Okay. Do skills. Where are we?
My rolls are terrible.
You need to fire those dice.
Do-
I wish I could.
Assisting. Here we are. Players can help each other with making a skill roll. To assist, you must make the relevant skill roll and get at least 10. And by doing that, you give them a +1 to their skill roll. So, make a mechanics check.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, that's much better. You try and assist, and then realize that he's kind of poking in the wrong direction, and just go, no. Look at this.
I
So-
picked the shiniest thing to look at, where he actually picked the thing that I should be looking at.
Stupid Kaltorans. So they are not functional. They don't seem to have power to them at this point. Although if they were powered up, you don't think they would need much to make them functional. It looks as though
Do I
they're
sense
in
malicious
good
intent?
operation. Do you sense malicious intent? I don't know.
No. Just,
Do you have
I'm sorry,
detect
I've-
evil as a
Do
skill?
I do I sense Rise of the Machines?
Also,
I've seen too many
they're
horror
mechanical
movies.
arms. They have no intent.
I've seen too many horror movies.
Yeah. Let's see. Robotic arms. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. From that's about what you can figure from here.
I'm kind
They
of
are currently
curious.
non-active.
I'm kind of curious at this particular point. We've got a room. We've got a hangar full of rejuvenator, and we've got what is more or less can be described as an assembly
line.
Does it happen to look like these things were making the rejuvenator? Like, is there any evidence of that? Maybe?
That's not where my mind was going with that one. My mind went some place considerably darker.
Yeah. Were you going like Frankensteining?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Okay, give me a biotech roll. I assume from Beta, if you guys are just discussing this stuff, to see if it might be that they were making it.
Yeah, I'm willing to say that out loud. Either that or these are responsible for all the amputations that they needed the rejuvenator for.
Yeah, right?
Could be a lot of things, man. Give me that biotech then.
All right. Did I do it right this time? Ah, there we go.
You did.
I can reroll
including
one.
A strong hit. Yeah, go for it.
Reroll just one of them.
Just reroll, or just roll a d6. There is a.
Oh, well, there you go. 16.
All right. Well, 15.
15, yeah.
Minus 1 plus 2.
Oh, god damn.
Either way, 15 is enough to say that in addition to the 15 that there was on the mechanics check before, it's to say that there is definitely something biotech going on in these, in that some of the later ones seem to have syringes. But
these are in.
But the other thing you can tell is that the conveyor belt is designed to go away from you. So,
so towards the back
if it
over
is
here.
making them, it's towards there. So if it was making them, it's going in the wrong direction.
Okay.
That is strange. All right.
On the other hand, if there was like a queue here, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you know what? That
this
makes
is a
perfect
theater.
sense. That makes perfect sense. This curtain would be a queue.
Yeah,
You'd
so
want people up to go in.
You don't
and
know
maybe
where you're
inoculate
going.
or something along the lines.
But yeah, let's keep moving.
Well, as I said, there are definitely syringes at the other end, so take from that what you will.
Yeah.
I don't want to get poked.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, all right, I'm moving, but
Don't be a wuss.
If you knew my backstory, you'd know I don't want to get poked.
So,
Don't be a wuss anyway.
like, what are you actually doing then?
To avoid getting poked?
Yeah.
Pushing them away with the muzzle of my weapon.
Okay, fair enough.
Trying not to get hit by them.
Yeah.
Like, I go up to an arm, go up to the joint that's dangling down, and push it with my muzzle of my weapon away from me. And
I sneak up behind Athena,
Grab it by the base.
push an arm over, and go boo.
All right. So since Adam seems to be leading the charge here, he's about
We got things
three-quarters-
to do, people.
Yeah.
Things to
He's
do.
about 3/4 of the way through, strolling calmly as a power surge hits. And everything goes dark,
calmly,
flashes, and things start moving again.
Yeah.
Ah, Christ.
Athena,
So I was like right here.
give me Athena and Beta actually give me a physical check, both with +2 on it.
Am I
For the
rolling
fact
anything?
That you're seeing these things and trying to avoid.
I'm +3 then.
Sweet.
Oh, 11.
as
That's
well.
a strong, so I can reroll 1, right?
You can.
And I will.
Good plan.
So
13.
13.
Okay. And a
I
12.
have a 12.
Am I rolling anything?
You both... No, you are actually far enough through that you can just kind of step a couple more spaces and be good.
Boink.
Because you only trip the trap. Everyone else suffers.
You're welcome, guys.
We didn't even check. Idiots.
That's
like
space.
That's like
They
101, man.
don't set traps in space.
There's
It's
always
not-
traps in space.
It's not technically a trap. It's yeah. Well, you'll find
See,
out.
if I had actually tried to sit and detect malicious intent, we might have avoided this.
So yeah, the machines take a second to warm up. That's enough time for Adam to leap to the far door, and the rest of you to just kind of throw yourselves to the ground underneath them, so that when they start poking and prodding, you're not in their way.
Something like this, like basically.
Yeah.
Army crawl! Army crawl! Army crawl! Get me out of here!
You can make your way out. It's
Army
all
crawl!
good. More
This reminds me of
rooms.
Kilowatt 4. I don't want to be here.
More rooms. Goes there and to. Okay. So there are 2 ways forward. Sorry. Past the decontamination corridor here is a small foyer with a hologram of what appears to be one of the Archons. It's a somewhat tall, broad-shouldered, muscular body, humanoid form, with basically pure, flawless gray skin. And that's the Archons for you. They're essentially what humans thought of as the idealized form. Yeah. It looks, however, too fake. It's too friendly as it processes its greeting, and it flickers on and off, barely functioning. But it begins talking, saying, "Welcome, my Kaltoran friend. It seems to be mistaking you for refugees. It assures you that if you simply move into the next room and find your beds, you will be rewarded with kindness and after all of your suffering."
Wow, that doesn't sound sinister in any way, shape, or form.
It continues to repeat this message for a while.
I poke the hollow emitter
Welcome
until
to
it
the
stops
meat
working.
packing plant.
Yeah, more or less.
When you poke it hard enough, it stops working. Yes.
Okay, good, yes.
So
that's
you
not a
have 2
trap at all.
directions.
Did the hologram like point in a particular direction? Like this is where you're supposed to go, or did it say just like keep
the room
moving?
beyond, which
We do.
would
We
be
have
the
a map.
non-closed door.
We have
Yeah,
a
which
map.
would be the
Let's.
non-closed door.
In
what
that
if we got to the
case,
right?
Also,
Is that
though,
closed?
actually, you just poked at and destroyed the hollow emitter until it stopped working, right?
yeah.
Let me do a
Oh,
thing here.
Christ. You probably triggered something.
I mean, I'm
Well,
sure I'm
sort
fine.
of.
Rollers.
You triggered that there's another door on this side that was being covered up by a hologram.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Well, fuck that hollow.
All right, cool. Good job then.
You're welcome.
So
What's in
I'm going to
there?
be drawing these somewhat freehand, but just as a thing. Which direction do you want to go? That way?
The
Well, I
one that
wanna-
was
definitely
uncovered
gonna
first,
look
I think.
left
Yeah.
First, yeah.
Cool.
And this wasn't on the map either, so huh.
It is not on the map.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my phone email sound.
Nice.
Secret tunnel. So this leads to where is it? Another fucking little lobby. Which
And the
has
Archons really
door-
like lobbies, didn't they?
Yeah, sort of. Which has doors off to
This is
that
where
direction.
where they sit here,
and
they
that
sat here and made like bets and shit like that, like for whatever nefarious science they were doing.
Science.
For
So, yeah.
science.
It leads into here and 2 additional doors. This one seems to be an elevator.
Probably don't want to do that yet.
Not yet.
What, leaving the first floor before you've looted all of it like Diablo?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm glad you understand our
get us.
thinking here. Yeah.
Hey, it's my game, my group's thinking too.
Go down there and it can't come back up.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, let's keep looking around. I do want to check this was the door that wasn't the elevator, or was this the
Yeah.
door that wasn't? All right, yeah.
This was the
I want to
non-elevator.
go here.
We'll check it. Yeah, we'll check it.
Sure.
I'll post up on the corner. You can hit open the door.
All right.
I'll make sure you don't die.
Yeah, you
watch
got to
our
kind of
back.
come in the same room though. or at least
You watch our back
in the
right
same
I'll give you right
vicinity.
here. I'll just be right there. I'm fine.
You watch for
You're
aliens.
The man with a shotgun is behind us. That doesn't seem in any way bad.
I'm covering your backs.
Yeah, you're about to cover our backs in acid.
Buckshot. I wouldn't shoot you on purpose.
That's the problem, yeah. Okay.
I'd
Opens up
definitely aim away.
into...
Rude.
Where is it?
Observation room. Where they sit
Not
there.
yet.
Sick fucks. Where they sit
Oh,
here
wait,
and
yeah.
watch
A
people
medical
get robot
diagnostic
arms.
chamber.
Yay!
Ooh, hey,
I
this
mean-
might be what we're looking. This might be the money zone.
Yeah, it
This
could
might
be.
be dollars.
As you enter, you can see that there's a one-way mirror that looks into the horrifying room of arms.
Yeah.
I didn't like
So-
it. I just
Yeah, there is a one-way mirror that looks into the room of horrifying arms.
sick
There
fucks.
are computers around. There's diagnostic equipment, scanning equipment.
Any of this the equipment we're looking for?
Not the one particular device that he asked you for, but all of it is useful salvage.
Then we can tag it for later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tag it for later. Do any of these terminals
take
have
notes.
power?
Mhm.
Enough power that we could see what's on them.
Definitely.
Peekaboo.
I'll need a programming check though.
That's not me.
I'll try. I mean,
I mean, I can double click a mouse, shake it
Ah.
around. That's about it.
I mean, yeah, who can?
Yeah, that's not great.
programming is not our thing.
Let's
We need to call.
Okay.
We need to call what's his boy in here.
let's say that you actually have a personal computer at the toolbox for it though, because you could have just borrowed Lucas's. So we'll let you roll that with a plus. What the hell is +2?
Yeah, I just got a chemistry kit and a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Chemistry kit.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah, I
mechanics.
can that's why
I have a
that's
mechanics
why I have to take
toolbox,
samples.
but that's
Make me some combat meth.
I'm gonna make you some combat. Shut the.
some Draz, I think it is.
Some combat Dramamine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a mechanics toolbox, but yeah.
Combat meth. Fuck's sake.
Royo.
Okay, toolbox gives a +1 while using it, so it's not actually that much. Unfortunately, yeah, you're not able to dig up anything. Or you're not quite able to get into this really here.
All right, well, we'll just have to wait on it.
Okay, other things here is essentially there is a lock cabinet of vials. They are not the same vials as were in the in the hangar.
Well, that sounds like something we want our chemist to look at.
Yep.
Biotech, please.
Yes.
You said it was locked. Do we have to do anything magical to get it open, or can I just?
Yeah,
take
you have to smash it with your with the butt of your rifle.
Maybe
Oh,
maybe
darn.
let me just break the lock and not do that in case you break,
Primitive
you know,
hacking check.
like a giant, you know,
That's what I meant, the
mutant
lock,
virus.
yes.
Yeah.
Just smash the lock with your.
Congrats,
with
you
your
now have
sword
space Ebola.
It's actually it's
Spabola.
actually called Chromaria, and
So,
not get
like,
injected with it. So that's
Bi-
good.
so roll 3d6 plus my bio plus anything else.
Give a +2 on that just for
any
so
of
there's-
his tools work for this test?
oh yeah, do you
My
have
chem-
a bio?
I have a chemistry kit.
Yeah, give a +1 for that.
Ooh,
So there's a description benefit that I've kind of just been silently adding or subtracting for your stuff as you've been doing it. Ooh, yeah, that's a
21.
lot. That's a lot of stuff. But mostly it's if you're doing stuff that you're good at, you get a +2. If you're doing stuff that you're not good at, you get a -1 or a -2.
All right.
And basically that's how your attributes come into play. But also you're describing stuff comes into play. It's kind of weird, but you guys are really good at describing stuff anyways, and so as long as it's something you guys are actually good at, I've just been adding +2 silently as things go along. So,
Sweet.
Yeah. If you're doing stuff that you are bad at, or if you're doing something that your attribute is damaged for, to a significant degree, you will get penalties on it for that. But that's why you don't add your attributes.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
that's right.
actual
I did
rolls.
take some critical damage, didn't I? I took a perception hit, or not a perception hit. I took a reflex hit.
Oh yeah, you did take 1 point of reflex. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. In any case, that is a lot of biotech, and this is
Space herpes.
well, you can, you can call it spaceable if you want, but the things you can make out from the signage, from where it's being stored in relation to the room that's out there with all the arms. This is definitely what was being injected into people as they came through, and it is definitely a contagion.
Yikes! So this is definitely contagious, a contagion, and a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with this.
Any idea what it does, or
That would
Do you want to get injected? No.
That would require a little more time and with it, but from the warnings that are on it and the handling instructions you can see, it doesn't seem nice.
This
okay.
can go for a
Let's-
lot of money, you guys.
It can, maybe. That being said, let's not mess around with it now, considering we're still looking around. You don't want to have one of these in your pockets and, fall over and have it break or something. That might be bad.
I myself am certainly not very pleased with this development.
I mean, I'd prefer to just get rid of it because I'm sure that this is bad juju, and I don't want anybody unleashing this sort of thing.
This is totally interesting.
Well, the bottom line for me is that if we are going to salvage this ship, that shit's going into the that ship's going out the airlock.
Into the nearest star.
My goodness, no. People.
Well,
You gotta
and
think about profits.
I give narrowed
we're
eyes.
going to have a lot of
And-
profits from this already, so let's...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was that Justin saying that you got to think about profits as well?
Ferengiing it up real good.
Just making sure that I'm hearing the right person.
For science!
Because the one big thing that you know from this is that due to being on an Archon ship here, it was, if this is something they were developing, it was likely being developed to be used against them.
You cut
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Nephilim.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you said.
I'm sure it was
So,
against
yeah,
the
it
Nephilim.
was likely being developed to be used against the Nephilim.
So for us, it might be like a space cold. For you, space Ebola.
It's a good question, and the fact that they seem to be testing it on refugees, on Kaltoran refugees, makes you think that it probably wasn't the best for Kaltorans either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, but it seems like it was definitely being developed. for
That being
the
said,
war.
we can't just leave it here, but we should come back to this.
Yeah.
Well, this is getting like a RFID tag or something with danger.
Yeah, you can. I'm just going to assume that certain levels of tech are available here, so you can mark it in AR.
Yeah.
Like put an AR tag on it.
Right. Or yeah, like on the map or something
Yeah.
like that. Put a big
Yeah.
biohazard symbol on it or whatever. All right. Well, that's it. That room's cleared. Let's go. And I'd like to see this door across here.
Which one?
This one?
Oh, that one.
This one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I'd like to
It
see
is a similar room.
I mean, we have the
Because-
map. We have an idea of what's over there.
Yeah, you do.
anyway.
So you know the shape of all this stuff.
Yeah.
That there is. Let's double check. Also, an elevator.
Oh, in that far room here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the elevator door then?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The elevator door is this one here.
Okay. And then, so I'm going to
Also,
post
this
the
elevator
corner.
is over here too. So.
I'll post the corner again so I can scan into down here south, the south room.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around at this point, so you can take a look down into the south room. It is another somewhat less sinister seeming medical diagnostic.
All right.
Somewhat less sinister.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move through.
You do
A lot less
manage to
sinister
find.
how.
Well, no deadly contagion.
Okay, that's good. No arms, no deadly contagions. Okay,
Yeah.
I assume these are boxes.
You do find the chairs mostly actually.
Okay.
You do find in here some other meds that were being used here as well. In particular, apparently, less meds and more drugs. The sort that you would give to people to make them weaker, more compliant.
Can we keep these ones?
I feel like you came in very clearly on that. That was wonderful. Like he just sidled up to you and
Can we
whispered
keep
in your ear.
these ones?
Can we keep these?
Yeah, it seems
They
like some
followed
sort of
me
maybe
home.
opiate type thing.
I don't care. Like I'm walking. I'm just kind of moving through. If you want to pick them up, I kind of shrug indifference and just keep moving to the end of the room.
I scoop up the drugs. I want a new drug.
You want a new drug?
If you do those before combat, you take penalties. Just so you know.
Huey Lewis.
I didn't say I want to take them.
He
I just
gets into combat.
want
He's
them.
like, he's like, I don't even fucking
Just saying,
care.
these aren't combat sims. That's all.
He's just, like, guns just shooting around him. He's like, whatever.
This is
I've
great,
got-
man. Check out these tracers.
I've
Look
got
how
comfortably
well we're
numb
doing.
going through my head right now.
That's probably the most accurate. Yeah,
All right. The next room.
it is a security office, so it's full of surveillance equipment, security computers. None of which is on at the moment. Although it does seem to have power if you tried to boot it back up.
Yeah, let's boot it back up. Actually, wait,
Yeah.
let's... If we boot it back up, there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to get into the system, and it might actually kind of screw us over.
Well, I mean, it could just be surveillance. Did we? I mean, well, you know, I haven't really been looking. I would say if I was looking at the ceiling for anything else, like turrets or
There are
interior
cameras
defense,
around.
interior defense system. I'm like, it could just be a closed. It could just be a closed circuit system,
Maybe.
just to monitor.
Yep.
I mean,
It does definitely seem to be that sort of system.
I'm just
Alright,
keeping on
let's-
watch on the back while you guys
let's
review.
poke around at it then, if it's...
Well, I'm gonna stand aside, let him poke around at it, but I'm gonna look over here to the east.
Is this programming or mechanics?
Electronics. actually.
Electronics is actually slightly better.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have a toolkit, I don't believe, but either way, you're good.
Yeah, no. So I'll go in and basically try to get the power running, access the system, see what it has to say, if there's anything it has to say. 13.
Yeah, it takes a little time, but you do manage to get them booted up, and the screens flicker back to life, showing a couple of things of a camera in the foyer, a camera in the horrible arm room. One shows a whole bunch of beds filled with what look like Keltoran.
My God.
And one that basically looks like a fully functioning laboratory. Clean, well kept, scientists moving around.
Wait,
Whoa.
people moving around?
And if you check the timestamp, it says it is live footage.
That doesn't seem good.
Well, there goes our fucking salvage mission.
Okay, so can I tell
it
what
might
kind
be
of
slightly worse than that.
can I tell what kind of race they are?
Look like Archon to you.
Oh. Oh, my gun just got stiff.
Well, hold on. So, question: would I know if the super biotech engineer plague crap contagion would I possibly know that if that would have an effect on Archons or not?
You wouldn't know without some trials, but I mean, if you wanted to infect them and then hope you don't get infected yourself, that's
He's just God damn it! Kicks open the door.
I'm just trying to use the things that are given in front of us right now. Possibly, it's an idea. Nothing more at this point. A hypothesis.
Just like the shittiest thing ever. They're just like, what the fuck?
I was like, I could
It's
take
like
you all
egging a
out.
house. It's like egging a house.
Suck it, nerds.
I did look off into the east if that was anything
yeah.
there.
We'll get to that in just one.
That's fine. I
just want to deal with this first. You also do find around the video system a key card, a security key card that hopefully would operate the elevators.
Very nice.
Because although you hadn't tried them yet, they wouldn't have actually done anything without a
We
security.
found the red key.
Yeah.
You did find the red key card. Okay, to the right was...
Hi, Freya. What are you doing? You're a good girl. Hey, you biting my foot. Don't bite my foot.
She wants us to use the stuff too.
It's a turlet.
Some security beds and they're for the security people, and another turlet. Yeah,
Space turlet.
another space turlet.
I'm
This one seems to have a sink. It's,
I take care of the turlets. Anything in the bunks? Just because this is security guys, so they sleep with guns under the pillows and shit. Just gotta toss the bunk real quick. See if there's any weapons.
Let's see.
You flip the bed, find something straight out of the 2011 thing.
You do find a couple of sidearms, just pistols. Not anything better than what you currently have, but easy enough to be taken as salvage and trade goods for future stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, fine. Throw them in a bag.
It's a little bit of stuff, nothing major, but yeah.
That could be used for some simple one-on-one barter trade. Need be. All right. Nope, that's fine.
Also, how loot often works in this game is basically that whatever you find, depending on how much of it there is and how expensive it is, gets converted into trade goods and an abstract thing called resource, which is used to determine what you can afford to do in the future.
Excellent.
So I don't know if any of you guys played D20 Modern.
A little bit.
Yeah. If you remember how the wealth system worked in that, you basically just had a single number that represented your representative wealth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Similar sort of idea in that you can have up to your resources worth of stuff, and you can trade that around as you need, as long as it doesn't go over that. And anything more than that, you basically have to convert because you can't afford to maintain it.
Gotcha.
But it's just an abstraction. Anyways, another turlet. Yeah.
Space turlet.
And
I'm not sure. We're getting up on 10. I'm not sure if you guys wanted to wrap it up here because this is a pretty good stop-off point, or...
Yeah, this might be a good place to wrap up soon.
Cool. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, I will say that for sure this is a bunch of fun.
This was actually
Yeah, this is a bunch of
you guys
fun.
up to here.
I liked the combat. The combat is not...
I feel like I
daunting.
understand the mechanics a lot better having actually played it now.
Oh, for
and
sure.
I figured that might be
Absolutely.
the case. This definitely feels like it's not the kind of game where it's I can read it and understand it. Some of them are like that, some of them aren't. But this definitely was, let's play it, and now I feel like I understand it considerably.
Yeah,
And
there's
D20 is
definitely
a very
a little
good
bit of
platform
that.
for this. with
extremely
the
tactical elements.
Because the game is very tactical. It's actually made for minis, but using a grid system on Roll20, this is perfect. You really get get that into that crunch on combat without having to really be invested, right? In minis and terrain and all that.
It's very much like 4th edition in a lot of ways, in the emphasis on tactics as well, but also in the you kind of need to play it to fully get it sort of thing, which I always found with 4E when introducing it to people as well.
And I'm getting a wonderful Dark Heresy itch scratch out of this too. So
a little.
That's an additional nice thing.
With this being the slightly horror-themed starter adventure, yeah. I was kind of hoping that would come across, because horror isn't necessarily my strong suit. So I was hoping I wasn't fucking this up.
No, it's fine.
No, it sounds
now I feel like I can actually go in and make a character, because before I just kind of felt overwhelmed because I didn't understand how meaningful the options were that I was looking at. What they really meant in terms of gameplay and stuff like that. But now I feel like I can actually go and make a character.
And I snagged the core, so I can take a look at that.
I've got a dead tree, the core, so I got it easier on that one.
Plugging in.
So the traits and perks and things are still going to be a little bit of a thing, just because
the traits. I don't know. The traits feel like feats, some of them are definitely more powerful or better than others.
Especially for certain character types, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like there's so many options that it's a little crazy, because you have multiples for every attribute, you have multiples for every different skill, you have generic ones, you have ones that are tied to your particular race, and you only get one as a first level character, functionally first level character anyway. So it's like I have all these options and I get to pick one thing from the buffet. But they are so powerful that you can't really afford to go, well, you just take 2 at first level and you'll be fine, because it can really throw things off a bit.
The other thing here is that we're not even dealing with one of the more interesting but also more complex things in the game, and that is tactical weapons.
Yeah.
So tactical weapons are basically your TAC computers, your things along those, targeting computers, stuff like that, but also just your mind. And so there are a certain number of attacks that you can do that are listed on that action sheet, such as the analyze action, which are only doable with TAC computers. And they can be which can just be thinking about stuff, but they can be very useful. Analyze, for example, if you get a crit, and when you roll that d6, it lets you adjust that by plus or minus 2 to get the thing that you want to.
Yeah, and so lock on is another. Lock on is a tactical action or a tactical thing that you can come up with. There's stealth. Yeah. The fact that stealth is a tactical action. It's pretty...
and stealth, I don't think needs attack computer. I think it's it might. I don't actually remember. But there's all that sort of stuff, and it's an interesting thing. But it's Lucas was the one that has all the attack proficiency. Everybody else has instead melee proficiency with their knives and their batons and their swords. So we're probably not going to get too deep into it in this 1, 2, 3 shot whatever thing, but
yeah,
it's an interesting part of the game.
Yeah, I was looking at that as part of when I was originally doing the Legion tech guy. I was looking at the tactical options and drones are a tactical thing. Drones look sweet. Yeah, drones are interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to do that because it does add another level of complexity to it that I don't necessarily want to have. But I mean, the tactical options are pretty interesting for how they affect everybody else on the battlefield.
And for an interesting level of abstraction, drones, for example, are affected by everything that affects weapons for you because they're just another type of weapon. As are companion characters, which you can gain through traits or through spending resources on them or whatever. They're just a weapon, and you can add weapon mods to them, and it's interesting. But very cool.
Yeah, this is neat. This is pretty neat. This feels like a good time.
All I will say is that the guy who wrote this adventure doesn't know how to spell elevator.
And you're just looking at it the whole time,
staring at it. It's like,
so yeah, I'm
there's
okay with
elevator.
playing this for a
There's
while.
secret elevator.
So yeah, I'm totally okay with playing this for a while, and I mean we've got the pre-made adventures that are in there. That there's what, like 3 of them, 4 of them, something like that.
I got like 4, yeah.
So
we'll
that
go through the
adds
one
to the
shot
options.
first. Everyone can get an idea of what they like, and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that. If anyone wants to switch out characters and say like have someone return and bring out Lucas or something like that, at any point, go ahead.
What we could do, like for these, is just like have him in the background or whatever, or his.
I can
contacts or
GNPC
whatever.
Lucas if you want.
Yeah, that would be okay.
if our guys get killed.
Yeah, that'll be.
Lucas
Remember
is the
these guys?
the
We
backup.
hired them back.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna switch. I like this character. Don't get me wrong, but I think I want to do something like specific. So
I might just be
like,
cool with
I'm
this
just-
character. I'm gonna dink around with it, but
okay.
This is just neat. Like I'm just looking
After
through
this
stuff,
one shot,
and-
you all might blow up anyways. Who knows? So we'll roll up individual characters after that. And if you want to go in the same line as what you're doing here, that sounds great.
I'll probably
And
work
if
on
not,
a character in the downtime
whatever.
just for it helps to learn things too. So
totally.
Of course.
This is cool as shit. Parasitic regen suit, retractable. This is neat.
See, if you just add like horror sci-fi stuff to the element, you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And you want to just do weird stuff with it.
Oh yeah.
That's what happens when
I
you get
guess
like
just-
cybernetics and implants and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess
Alright,
you're just
boys.
reading through the.
Thank you for
the-
running tonight,
the-
Graham.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and bail.
As long as I have some free adventures for a new system, it's fun. So
yeah.
Yeah, totally. All right, guys,
Good
later.
night, guys.
All right,
Take care.
I'm gonna stop streaming.
Talk to
So
you guys in 2
everybody,
weeks.
thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a couple
Bye,
weeks.
folks.